Hello everyone. Is the screen visible to everyone? Just confirm in the chat sections. And am I audible and visible clearly? Just let me know in the chat sections, please. Then we'll start off with our lecture. Yes, quickly. Good evening. Okay, thank you Harshit for confirming. Okay. So this particular lecture is regarding, it is a demo class for our upcoming course. So if you have seen our community tab and all of the lectures that we have been posting regarding the new lecture series, so this particular video is regarding, like, I'll give you a quick sneak peek regarding how will our course proceed, and in addition we'll also be having few of the practice questions discussed in this particular course. Okay, so now first of all let's talk about the most important thing, and that is the pattern of CSIR UGC NET examination. So if you all, like, if you have been preparing for this examination, or if you are new to this examination, you know that this particular examination have three main sections. It is part A, part B and part C, right? So when we look into part B and part C, these two are the theory portion which we discuss in a separate course. But when we look into part A, so part A is the one which students fear the most. Like, this is the part, like, I have been teaching students and also I have a lot of students in contact, and the most common fear that they all have in the preparation is that, ma'am, part A is very difficult. We just cannot even do a single question of part A. But if you have seen my previous videos, if you have like followed me for the last few months, you know that I have been insisting upon this part A a lot of time. Why? Because this particular section is what we call as our rank booster. This section would give you the rank you are dreaming of, because what happens, like, if there are, let's say, 1 lakh students sitting in our examination, so there would be at least 70% of them not solving even a single question of part A. But if you want to, like, proceed, if you want to stand out in the crowd, you have to go for this part A, and for that you need to have a proper strategy. And for helping you all out in this particular section only, I am starting off a dedicated course on our application. Yes, Botany Insider have its own application which you can download from both iOS and Android. I'll let you know all the details at the end of the video as well. But moving on with our main concern, and that is part A. So if you look into the marking scheme of part A, there are in total 20 questions, and out of these 20 questions we have to go for 15 questions in total. Like, out of 20 we have a choice and we can solve out 15 questions. So अब होता क्या है, बच्चे क्या करेंगे, दे टेंड टू लाइक हैव द फियर एंड दे जस्ट कम्प्लीटली स्किप इट ऑफ, और वो एक भी क्वेश्चन को टारगेट नहीं करेंगे. बट इफ यू आर स्मार्ट इनफ, if you analyze the previous year questions, there are at least 7 to 8 questions in the complete 20 question slot. You can solve these questions within like 15 minutes. Not more than 15 minutes would be taken up in your complete examination hall, where you have, like, you can just go for 15 minutes and then you can target 7 into 2, that is 14 marks. And you know, in CSIR every single mark matters. Like, every single mark would help you out to be in, like, in the race 100 times ahead, and 14 marks could do a magic. And that's the reason why I call this particular complete section as a rank booster. So never ever have like never ever skip off this particular section. It would help you out in the best manner possible. So instead of completely skipping it off, I would suggest you at least go for 7 to 8 questions. And I know when we are going for the theory preparation, we find it bit difficult to be in the league and prepare for this particular section. So for that matter itself, we are starting off with our course, like the course that we are going to start from the 20th of November. It is completely based upon our course, or in this particular course you will be having a lot of positive points from your end, in which first thing, you need not to put in your efforts for this particular section separately. Just go for this particular course, and for sure I am telling you 7 to 8 questions are like you can completely solve out these questions, and that too within 15 minutes. So if you want to boost your rank, if you feel like that having that extra edge and getting ahead of other students, I am telling you go for this particular course, as this particular course that I am designing for the time being, it is completely PYQ structured based. Why? Because previous year questions are the ones that help us, that give us that point, that give us that particular information to us, like how we have to start, how we have to actually proceed in the preparation. So just a second. Sorry, there was a network issue. Yeah, so talking about the course, so this particular course is completely previous year questions based, and you can like solve out these questions in the live session itself with me. We'll be having practice sessions. In addition, you'll be getting the homework questions as well, so that you can practice more, because maths or general aptitude is something, the more you practice, the better you get in that. So we'll be having previous year questions solved in the class itself. You can join in the live session every single day. We'll be discussing the timing, we'll be discussing every single topic that is being discussed, that is being like asked in the previous years. And if you backtrack the previous year questions, you will see one thing, and that is many questions are repeated, not in exact sense, but what happens that the digits are changed but the concept remains the same. So previous year questions are the ones that would be helping you out in this particular thing. Next thing is that it would give you a wide range of question banks with the practice of any time. Like whenever you feel like that you want to practice out, we'll be having a weekly test every single Sunday. So get those questions, solve out yourself, and improve your marks. Then I'll be sharing with you all the tips, all the tricks that I have been like following for preparation in my time. Like whenever I was preparing, I learned a few tricks, so I'll be sharing with you all those special tricks. Then because see, sometime what happens in part B and part C, like I am someone who is a bit weak in theory, like if I say personally, so some students also must be having the same problem. So this particular course, this particular previous year question course would help you boost your confidence and gain that extra marks, with which you increase your chances of qualification, with which you increase your chances of selection. Then recording, do not worry about that. Even if you are busy at that particular point of time, or by any chance you are not able to watch that, you'll get the recordings for sure. So do not worry about that as well. So this was about our course. Now this is why, that means this is the main reason why you should start off with our course, which is starting on 20th. I have given all the information in the description as well. Now let's practice a few questions. I hope you all must be having your own pen and paper in your hand. Now I'll show you these all are previous year questions. I'll show you a demo. I'll show you how actually you have to proceed, and you'll see how easy questions have been asked in the CSIR. All these questions are from the previous year questions itself. So The very first question is, out of the following, which one is odd one out? So see how simple question have been asked in the CSIR, and students, without even reading the questions, what they do, they would be skipping it off, that they would not be able to solve it. But just give it a try to this particular question. The question is that out of the 4 options given to you, which of them is odd one out? First one is cone, second one is torus, then we have sphere, and then we have ellipsoid. Now just see how simple a question is. Give it a try to solve it from your end, and then I'll show you, then we'll be discussing the same thing. So 4 options are, you are given 4 shapes, and what you have to do, you have to find out that which of these are, or out of these, which one of them is odd one out. For your reference, I have added these figures. So just read the question again, try to solve it, and let me know the answers in the comment sections. Yes, everyone. The question is very, very simple. All you have to do is read the question carefully, look at the images given to you, and get the answer. Okay, very good. Others, what is the answer for this question? B. Okay, very good, Harshit. Other students? Cone. Okay, Kavita. Other students, quickly. This question should not take more than a minute in the examination. We have 11 students in the class. Quickly answer it. Other students, quickly answer the question in the comment sections, please. Be interactive in the class. Try to solve this. Okay, Pravalika, option A, very good. That's very good that you are at least trying. Try the questions, because trying would help you to get your mistakes. Trying would help you to understand that what is the main concept that you are lagging. So it's good that you are answering. Correct or incorrect matters at the last one, but the first point is that you should have the courage to start off. You should have the courage to at least go for the answer. B. Okay, Mansi, very good. Okay, so let's discuss this particular question. So now see, from this particular question, I would give you 2 of the important things, 2 of the important tips that you could have from my end. First thing is, this question is bit there is a, what do you say? There is some kind of incorrection in this particular question, because the answer could be 2 options. Why? Let's discuss it. For the question says that which one of them is odd one out. First is cone, then we have torus, sphere, and ellipsoid, right? Now, if we look into the question in terms of being a closed and an open shape, the answer should be torus, because torus is the one which have a hollow structure in between, right? The answer should be option B. But if I am like, if I think about the question in some other concept, in some other sense, the answer for this question could also be cone. Why? Because the other three have almost similar shapes, but the cone is completely odd one out. So the answer for this particular question, it is the June 2016 previous year question. The answer for this could be both torus and cone. Now from here you can understand one more thing, that not every single time the CSIR would be giving you the correct answer. Sometimes CSIR also makes some mistakes, and these questions are given the name of grace marks. Mistakes in sense of not the actual mistake, but these questions are something that leads us to be given grace marks, because if you mark the answer for this B or A, you will be getting a grace mark for sure, because the question does not specify that on what basis do we have to answer this. So these questions should also always be solved in the exams. First thing, even if you mark A or B, you'll be getting the mark for sure. So never ever like skip these type of questions, and you can see whether you mark A or B, you will be getting a mark, like you will be getting 2 marks. And if you get 2 marks out of such a simple question, you will be ahead of more than 200 or maybe in more numbers with of the complete lot of students preparing for this or appearing for this particular examination. So you can see one question can make such a big change. So from this I wanted to tell you two things. First thing, always go for grace question. Second thing, these shape type of question, like the questions in which we have some of the shapes given and we have to find out the odd one out, in that thing it's very easy for us to solve it. Okay, now this was the question. Now let's discuss about the second question. Is this question clear to everyone? Yes or no? Quickly in the chat sections, whether is this question clear to everyone? Then we'll move forward to our next practice question. Should we move forward? Is it clear? Yes, very good, Anu. Let's move forward now. Okay, so this was the first question. Let's discuss the second question. Now, if you are someone who is afraid of maths, even I was, this question would look very difficult to you, but wait a second, just read the question, and then when I'll explain you, you will see how silly this question is. The question says that if we plot weight versus age of a child in the graph, like you have on one axis let's say weight, on the other axis let's say age. So yeah, so we have to find out the graph which can never be obtained amongst the 4 graphs. You have 4 graphs given, and these 4 graphs, like you are given these 4 graphs, what you have to do, you have to find out which of the graph is never possible in terms of when we plot a weight versus age graph, or over here the time is given to you. So just try to find the answer for this, like try to give the logical understanding, like try every single logic which you can apply in this question, and then I'll tell you how to solve this type of questions. Give it a try. Question is, you have a scenario in which the graphs are plotted depending upon weight and time. On the y-axis we have weight, on the x-axis we have time. What you have to do, you have to find out that out of the 4 graphs, which of the graph can never be possible. Okay, okay, Kedar is saying option C. Okay, very good. Other students, try to solve this question. It's very simple. Try to apply some logical sense to it. Quickly. It's very simple. Okay, Harshit, option B. So we have option C and option B. Other students, what is the answer for this? Anu, option F. There is no option F. Try to find the answer. Okay, Anu is saying option D. Others, what is the answer for this question? It's a very simple question. If you apply a simple logic to it, you will get the answer for sure. Try to find the answer. It's very interesting as well. Like when I was solving it, for sure I also gave the incorrect answer on the first go. But when I got to know the main concept behind it, I was amazed. Like these type of questions also come in CSIR. Try to find the answer quickly. Then we'll discuss this. Option B. Okay, Mansi. Kavita is saying option C. Okay. Okay. So I guess most of the students have given the answer. Let's discuss the answer for this particular question. And I'm so sorry to say that the answer is option A. It is not option B, not option C or D. Answer is option A. Let's discuss it how. I know you all must be thinking, how can the answer be option A? Let me give you the understanding for that, and then you will for sure be able to understand it. So the answer for this question is option A, and it is very, very logical. Let's just analyze all the 4 graphs. If you have given option B as an answer, this particular graph is possible. Why? Because we have time. Let's say the person is of 10 years of age and the person have a weight of 8 kgs. Absolutely fine. The person is of 13 years of age and the person have 10 kg of weight, etc, etc. So we can say that yes, this particular graph or this particular scenario is possible. Then we have option C. Why is it not possible? We have the age of, with age the weight of the person is increasing in a normal manner. So yes, this is possible in logical sense. And same is this thing, like with the passage of time, sometime the weight fluctuated, sometime it was more and then it decreased. Absolutely fine. Now let's look at why the answer is option A. See, it is showing this kind of graph. Now look closely. Over here we have weight, over here we have time. Let's extrapolate it. So on this particular time, like let's say this was the age, the person has an age of weight of 10 kg. Okay. And over here the age of the person is, the weight of the person is 8 kg. Okay. Now let's extrapolate it on the x-axis as well. At this particular time, we'll say that the person is either of 4 years of age or of 5 years of age. Can a person in the single year, like at the point I am 4 years old, can I have 2 weights? Can I have a weight of 8 kg as well and 10 kgs as well? It is completely impossible. Why? Because the weight of the person could be either 8 or 10 at a specific point of time. Like if I say I was 10 kgs when I was 5 years old, will I be saying that I was 10 kgs and 8 kgs? The answer is no. So that is the reason why the answer for this particular question is option A. Reason is that a person can never have 2 weights at a specific point. At a specific point of time, the person would always and always be having only 1 weight. So the answer for this question is option A. It is not B, it is not C, it is not D. The answer is option A. So I hope you got your mistake and you can see how logical this question is. We did not go for any mathematical understanding. We did not solve it in any way. It is just completely logical question. And if you do such type of questions in the exam, 2 marks are all yours. So You can see how important part A is. So what I am trying to tell you with these type of questions is that it is good that you go for part A, and if you are not able to prepare it from your end, Botany Insider is here to help. Just join in our course that is going to start from 20th, and we'll be solving a lot of such questions in the exam. We'll be solving a lot of questions in the live sessions. Along with that, we'll be having weekly tests and other things. So you will for sure be able to like enhance your preparation a number of times. So I hope this question is clear. Whether it is clear or not, let me know in the chat sections, please. If yes, we can move forward to our next question as well. Should we move forward? Is it clear? Very good, Anu. So I hope you understood your mistake now, and you will not be making any kind of mistake, at least in these type of questions. In the same manner, there was a question asked for, the question was related to the bird's movement, and it was based on the same logic, but these two questions were asked in 2 different years. So you can see that the questions do get repeated year after year. So that is the reason why we are starting off with a previous year question structured lecture. Now see question 3rd. This is what the question is all about. Again, a previous year question, and the question is dependent upon the sequence. Very, very simple. Question says that you have to F2, then a blank, then you have D8, C16, B32 and A64. You have to find out that what would come in this particular place. Okay, try to find the answer for this. Again, very, very logical. All you have to do is you have to find the simple sequence that is being followed in the complete pattern given to you. Okay, take your time, try to find the answer, and then we'll discuss it. Nancy, I guess you have already enrolled for the course, right? If I'm not wrong, you have already enrolled for the upcoming course, and you are already in our main course as well, the Target 2022 course. Okay, we have option B as answer. Anu is saying option A. Harshit is saying option B. Okay, other students, what is the answer for this? Kavita is saying option D. Okay, Nancy option B. Very good. Other students, good that you are taking part in these classes. Very, very good. You should always be interactive in the class. Okay, I hope most of the students have given the answer. Okay, Mansi is saying option B. So majority of you are saying the answer as option B. That's a very good thing that you have understood the concept behind this question. Very good. And these type of questions do get repeated a lot of time. Okay, Kavita is saying option B. Okay, Kavita, I guess you understood your mistake. That's very good. The correct answer is option B. Yes, the answer for this is option B. See, these type of questions get repeated a lot of time. If you take up the previous year question book, just look into the part A section and you will see how many times these type of questions get repeated. So just observe the pattern. You have F, we'll observe it for both alphabetically and then the numbers also. So we have F, then we have a blank, then D, C, B, A. So obviously the answer would be option E. Like over here we would be having E only. Now here comes one more important trick that you have to remember. In every single part, be it part A, B and C, as and when you get like sure about one of the option, like now I am sure that answer would be any option which is containing E in it, right? So what I'll do, first I'll be eliminating all the options which are not having E in it, so that I could narrow down my option choice. So option A, I have C, incorrect. Then we have option C, C written, again incorrect. G, again incorrect. So you can see, just by elimination of the first thing, we have just got one of the element done, that there should be E in it because it is going in the backward direction. So E would be there, right? So we have written E. Just with this we have reached to our final answer as option B. But let's solve the other thing as well. First you have 2, then a blank, then 8, 16, 32 and 64. So what can we observe? We are seeing that the next consecutive number is a double of the previous one. So 8 double 16, 16 double 32, 32 double 64. So obviously this 8 would be double of this particular number, and when we divide 8 by 2, we get 4 as the answer. So the answer for this would be E4, and this is only in one option. So the answer is option B. So with this we have our final option as option B, which is E4, and with this you can understand the importance of elimination method as well. In every single question I'll be giving you tips that would help you to solve out the questions in a much faster rate, because in CSIR what matters is it is our speed by which we do the questions, right? So elimination method, and there are various other tricks that I'll be sharing in the upcoming course, which we'll be having very soon, starting off on 20th. So if you feel like that you want to have these tricks, you want to have these speedy tricks for yourself to solve out the questions at a much faster rate, enroll it in right away. We already have a discount running for the initial students, so get the course right away and book your seat, because seats are filling fast in that course. Okay, so I hope this particular question is clear. Let's move on to our next practice question. Again a practice question from previous years, and now you have to find out the sequence. In this you have to find out 4 of these images are given, and you have to find which would be the next image. Option A, B, C or D. Find the answer. Very simple, very silly question asked in CSIR. Correct answer would give you 2 marks. So give it a chance, try to find the answer and get the answers. Write down the answers in the chat sections, everyone. Option C, okay, very good. Parvika, love for nature. Harshit, okay, many students are saying option C. Other students, what is the answer for this? Anu is saying option C, very good. We have few other students, try to find the answer for this. Kavita is saying option C, very good. Nancy, option C. Yes, the answer for this particular question is option C. So you can see how simple this question is. If you observe it carefully, this is A, B, C, D, and then the next one would be option E. So you can see in CSIR such silly questions are also asked, and the correct answer would be giving you a 2 mark, and 2 marks in terms of CSIR, it is a very, very big number. So this was the main agenda for this complete class, was to give you the understanding, to change your perspective regarding part A, like how you have to proceed, what are the various things that you need to mainly focus upon in our upcoming classes, in our main exam, what is the main thing that you have to target upon. So I hope this particular complete class helped you all out to understand the things, understand how how should you start off with part A, and also if you are finding any difficulty in preparing for this part, Botany Insider is here to help. Start off with us. We have a PYQ structured course starting on 20th November. So you still have time. Get the 20% off offer from us, like it is running on the channel now as well. Download the app from the App Store and the iOS. I have given the link in the chat sections. So do not wait for the last moment. Just 30 classes and you will be ahead of more than 70% of the students who are preparing for this exam. So I hope this particular thing would help you out and you will be enrolling in our course. We'll be having 30 dedicated live classes, weekly test, practice questions daily would be given to you, regular doubt sessions would be held, and tricks to solve out the question in less time would be shared that would help you to save your time and also enhance your score in the examination. So this is our core application all about. Download the application from the iOS and Android both. There are a lot of free material available. We have a lot of courses running. We also have a December 2022 target course running, and we have Nancy from there. She is already enrolled in our course. You can ask how in structured manner we are like completing off the questions and the complete course over there. So enroll in the courses. For sure it would benefit you. It would give you an extra edge. It would help you to prepare in a better way. So now if you have any doubt, anything you want to ask about, you can ask. Otherwise this was about for this particular class. Okay, if you have any issue, anything you want to ask me, you can ask. Otherwise this was all for this particular class from my end. And also do not forget to like, share and subscribe to Botany Insider. If you are joining in for the first time, please do enroll, please do subscribe to our channel, share it to as many students as possible. We have to hit 10,000 subscribers very soon. So help me all in this particular, let's reach this particular target as soon as possible. If you have any doubt, you can let me know in the chat sections. We'll solve it out now itself. Welcome Harshit. Other students, was this class helpful for you? Yes. You're welcome, Kavita. And if you find this particular class interesting and helpful, do join in our course that is going to start from 20th, and there's a special offer for the new students who will be joining in. We have 20% off for all those students. Join in there. Thank you so much, Nancy, for these words. We are like studying together, so it's very good that students are finding it easy and helpful. Anu, you're most welcome, Anu. So we have two courses right now. We have a target course for December 2022 exam, in which Nancy is a part already. We have into more than 50-60 students right there. So if you want to be a part of that as well, you will get an extra offer, a special offer from my end. So just download the course, download the application, and when you enroll, let me know. I'll give you a special offer for yourself. So be a part of it and start preparing with us in a structured manner. Most welcome, Kavita, and I'm happy to know that it was helpful for you. So I wish to see you all on our app, on our new course that is going to start. We'll study many more new tricks, many more new topics there. So join in there. Do not wait for the last minute and enroll the courses with the offer that I have for all the students right out there. Okay, so this was about for today's demo class. I hope it was helpful. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to us. We'll be meeting very soon with more classes, more videos on our YouTube channel, as well as more structured courses on our application as well. Okay, thank you everyone. We'll meet very soon. Okay, bye everyone, take care.